Hello and welcome to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. We are minus one chaotic today,
Unfortunately,
so we got the normal fill-in hosts.
I was told I'm special.
You some.
Usually by his wife, he's told he's special. And the special one is monDe.
And the public school system.
No monDe's left behind.
And the other one is Mage.
I'm drinking a milkshake.
He's not very super.
All right, get fucked.
Today we are talking about an American cryptid, American monster from the West, Midwest?
Something like that.
What's Wyoming considered?
Wyoming, I think, is the Midwest. Or the like the Midwest, the Rockies.
Probably it starts with W. Wyoming is west. North Dakota is north.
That's not how that works.
Totally how it works.
Okay, and that monster is going to be the Jackalope. You guys know what jackalopes are?
I do.
Isn't it the bunnies with antlers?
Most bunnies have ears. Yes.
What?
I would say 99.9% have ears.
Just that 1% have horns.
That Easter bunny.
And that's why we're doing rabbits. Is because Easter was just this past weekend. Well, it's tomorrow for us, but it's past weekend for you guys that are listening.
Fair. I didn't even put together that that's why you were doing the jackalope.
Wabbit season.
You're like, Easter just passed. I was like, oh shit, what a coincidence. I'm sure Silver hates when I'm on here because he just has to blurt out everything I say.
Keep most of it.
That's good.
You listen to it. You know it's kind of somewhat cohesive after editing.
Yeah. Better than I would have done.
Yeah, but we did, I don't remember if it was last Easter or the Easter before, but we did the Volpentinger, which is the superpowered rabbit.
Yeah.
Has horns, pheasant wings.
He's a badass.
It's pretty much the German jackalope.
Yeah. The Germans are very famous at taking things we did and being like, let's make it buffer.
Technically, the Volpentinger was before the jackalope.
Potato.
Tato patiti.
But they're enough difference that I felt like they deserved their own separate one.
That's fair.
So besides looks, when the Volpentinger has more animals put together in it usually, and the jackalope just has rabbit body, antelope ears. I said that wrong.
Antlers?
Antelope antlers.
Antelopes all have ears.
You got me on the ears, monDe.
Yes.
Jackalope is a portmanteau, which means it's a combination of two words to make one word.
Portmanteau.
Poke my toe?
Thanks to Wikipedia for telling me how to say that.
And it's the combination of jackrabbit and antelope, which is where its name comes from. Well, there's a couple different origins of the jackalope. We got the origin of it being a natural creature at the time and then going extinct, or the origin of there's a couple taxidermists who was taking a mail order taxidermy class, and they threw a rabbit on the table. It landed next to antelope ears, antelope antlers, and they're like, oh yeah, those two look good together. So they put the antlers on the jackrabbit.
I do love that idea that it was just made up because they were like, put it on the table. You know, it would look really cool.
That rabbit's passed out. Just grab some antlers and slap on it.
Like, oh yeah, this looks cool. And they ended up selling that first jackalope.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
For a whole $10 to a hotel.
That's a steal.
Don't mention stealing because it got stolen.
What?
No.
The first jackalope stuffed creation got stolen in the 70s from the hotel.
Who would steal it?
Probably the same people who stole Cocaine Bear.
Oh, fair. People are real weird.
Anything's a collectible.
Yeah. Anything's a collectible if you collect it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The jackalope would have been 40 years old or so at the time.
Dang.
It probably wasn't in the best of shape.
Say, how good
From
was
19
taxidermy back then?
Probably not great.
Especially because these guys learned it through the mail.
The mail?
They were taking mail order taxidermy classes.
That concept to me of like, I'll mail you your homework next week.
Pretty much.
That's so
they probably just
funny.
kept getting envelopes like, here's your assignment.
Yep.
And it's
That's
not like
so
it's a new
funny.
age where you can just text them a picture of here's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Do they just have to mail them the projects?
I guess.
The time before the internet.
I would like to think that like this is also how other creatures came to be too. Someone was like doing taxidermy on a horse, and they like dropped an ice cream cone. They're like, put it on its forehead. Let's make a unicorn.
I could see it.
Let's put that bull's head on that person and make a minotaur.
I was gonna say what I really don't want to happen is taxidermy of the Knucklevi.
Oh,
No. No.
That's just a little too disturbing.
that's right up Nex's alley.
You do realize how they would have to create a taxidermy Knucklevi, right?
I think I do.
It's the horse that has
The
a
person
human
horse thing,
on-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like how they were attached, like where at they were attached.
Isn't it just the long-armed torso of the man on top of the horse?
Yeah, that's what I keep seeing.
And there's no skin.
Yeah, that's the thing that's weirding me out the most about them. They're all pink.
But you'd have to have a man and a horse.
I mean, if a horse dies and the rider dies, then you just skin them both, and then you do a little chop chop, and boom.
That's some serial killer level stuff.
Yeah, it is. That's Ted Bundy Jr. right there.
It's no different than the one thing dying, and then you just go, oh, let's make it cooler. This horse died, let's slap some little eagle wings on there, make ourselves a Pegasus. Ride it to the Pegasus treasure.
There's another one. I'm gonna keep thinking about them, like the different things that people did to just make these animals. Taxidermy is what created everything.
I mean, it's a high possibility.
Maybe some more advanced taxidermists.
It's all chimeric monsters.
That's why so many people are confused on the Griffin.
You're gonna start a fight with your wife again.
I know. It'll be worth it.
No, it will not.
Eagle head, 100%. Lion head's a lie.
Continuing on, or monDe digs himself a deeper hole.
Sorry, derailed. Insert train noise.
There's a couple power sets of the jackalope that came about with the creature and stories of it. So it's found in the Midwest, Western area. Do you know what was prevalent in that area?
Rattlesnakes?
Cowboys.
Oh.
And probably also rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think he's wrong, but I also don't think it's what you were going for.
That was not the answer I was looking for. But it is not wrong.
Yeah, a lot of cowboys.
When the cowboys would sit around at their fire at night, conversing, getting ready to sing campfire songs, when they would start singing, the jackalope would be in the bushes, hiding. The cowboys would sing, then the jackalope would mimic their voices and sing as well. But they sing in a tenor.
Oh. So they're singing in like a I think soprano's lower than that, or like a bass note. It would come back like higher.
Yeah.
Dang.
They could also just mimic people's voices without the singing, I heard.
Wow, I didn't know that, and that is much more terrifying.
My thought on that is echoes in a canyon,
Oh.
Fair.
but the jackalope singing is a much funner thing. The jackalopes also had a fancy for a drink. Their preferred drink was whiskey.
Plenty of that.
With the cowboys.
Yep. You could actually catch a jackalope. It was very risky, though, as one of the comments I seen said in order to actually catch a jackalope, if you encounter one, you should have at least cast iron pants on. That way they just don't gore your legs out with their antlers.
It's a little risky with the whiskey.
That's risky with the whiskey on both parties. Because I seen in one source that when the jackalope starts drinking whiskey, it'll try and convince some of the cowboys to shoot at it so it can try and catch it with the bullet with its teeth.
That's
That
crazy.
that's some college level shenanigans right there.
Yeah, real talk.
I don't know why, but I just thought back to the cast iron pants. Like, they probably did most of their cooking with cast iron pots and stuff. So I just picture like somebody golf swinging a frying pan at this rabbit, sending it like 80 yards.
I think I found my favorite. This is in the tall tale section, but I think this is like my favorite potential fact about them. They only breed during lightning flashes.
Yes.
Yeah, which is hilarious because rabbits are rabbits. They're famous for just constant banging.
They'd be quicker than lightning.
Yeah.
You can also, if you can capture a female jackalope because they sleep on their backs, you can milk them, which is very dangerous because they can stab you.
Fair. If you get caught milking something that doesn't want to be milked, you deserve to be stabbed.
No consent.
By the way, monDe, since you mentioned golf swinging at this jackalope with a frying pan, how big do you think they are?
I'm assuming like maybe about a foot long, maybe with antlers.
Okay, have you seen those like Norwegian super bunnies?
Norwegian super bunnies.
The ones that are about the size of like two monitors put together.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're about that size.
With the antlers or without?
That's not counting the antlers.
Oh, I think I'm gonna need a bigger frying pan.
So they said a little shy of 3 feet is what I seen for height wise.
Oh shit, that's too much rabbit.
So about the size of a small dog, smaller than an antelope, but bigger than a jackrabbit.
So cast iron skillet instead of a cast iron pan.
Or a bat.
A bat.
Might be the best option.
I think ranged weapons would be your best option.
Yeah, fair.
Or just leave them alone.
Because if it gets you,
we don't know the speed of these things yet.
Well, I do know the speeds of them. Estimated.
Oh dear.
What's the estimated speed of a jackalope?
I think it's about 90 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah, they fast.
That's faster than a cheetah. Imagine one of them suckers just going and then just drilling a cactus with them horns.
Yeah. They weigh between 3 and 5 pounds and move up to 90 miles per hour. So maybe not quite 3 feet.
Either or, this sucker gonna go through you. It ain't gonna stop at you.
Yeah, I think that's the more impressive thing. Is like if it hits you, gone. Out the other side.
It's just like, did I just hit a rock? Just keep going.
There is benefits from trying to milk the jackalope, though. It's got medicinal effects. And apparently you can buy the milk from a jackalope in Douglas, Wyoming.
Okay.
Bet.
Which is said to be the jackalope capital, because that is where the taxidermy guys lived in. And they made a lot of taxidermies of jackalopes because it got so popular. If you go to Wyoming, you can get a jackalope hunting license, but there is some requirements in order to hunt a jackalope. Would you like to know the requirements?
I would.
What? 100%.
Okay, so the license is only valid for one day of the year, and that is June 31st. And you can only hunt them from midnight to 2 a.m.
What?
And the hunter must have an IQ greater than 50, but not over 72.
Score! I win.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but you said it, so.
You win.
I'll go Jackalope hunting.
Do you know why they picked June 31st, monDe?
Why?
Go ahead and check your calendar.
Yeah, go look at a calendar on your phone real quick and tell me what day June 31st is. What day of the week?
Does that fall on a leap year?
No.
There is no June 31st.
There you go. Now you got it.
I thought maybe it was in leap year fell in June.
No, leap year is in February. We just had a leap year, actually.
Leap year is always February.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
It's always February 29th. Every year. Well, every year there is a leap year, obviously.
I thought they should add an extra day to every month.
Fair. I wish they did too.
Right?
Mandatory day off.
Yeah, mandatory day off.
Don't need those time changes. Just give us an extra day out of the month.
Dude, time change is the fucking worst. That's a whole other conversation. I hate it more than anything.
They do actually sell quite a few of these licenses, though.
Oh, I bet.
I think it's more of a tourist. Here's your
Yeah.
trinket.
Here's your sign.
Oh, I got my Jackalope license. Huh?
I'm surprised there's that many people.
So what's the difference between a jackalope and a jackrabbit?
One has antlers.
That's what I thought.
A jackrabbit is, I believe, it's not a hare, but it's in the rabbit family. It's just that area's species. Like we have the eastern cottontail here. They got the bigger jackrabbits out there.
Gotcha. I'm also looking at the different like region versions of them, I guess. There's like an Arctic one, which is white. It looks thinner.
Yeah.
It has like the horns of like the reindeer that like swoop up. You know what I mean?
All the images, they pretty much they just throw antlers on and call it a jackrabbit, or they call it a jackalope. You look like you want to say something, monDe.
I'm just over here thinking like Pokemon pretty much just ripped off the Jackalope when they made Vulpix, because all they did was paint Vulpix white when they made a different regional form.
Do you realize what regional forms are, right?
Yeah.
Please explain to us then.
Explain to me why Vulpix is white.
Explain to us why Vulpix the fox is related to a rabbit.
I see him quickly Googling. Why is Vulpix, the regional version of it, white?
I don't want to answer this question.
And then as a follow-up question, how is that relevant to this conversation?
I just pictured Vulpix with antlers. I don't know why. My brain malfunctioned. It was like a mixture of Vulpix and Stantler. I was like, wait a minute. What?
A goddamn Mandela effect. Gotcha.
There's a special term for the difference in their attributes and everything, and that's their evolution on the island and stuff.
Yeah, so like Vulpix is white in Sun and Moon because it's the area it's in, I think, is like the mountaintop.
Yep.
So they migrated there, and that's why all the other versions there, the Sandslash and it is just those two, right? Vulpix and then Sandshrew.
Well, Diglett.
Yeah, but it's low. Like those two specifically, they're on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So they became ice types.
They evolved to fill a niche.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about this type of Pokemon science, there is a Pika Science podcast that does all that talk.
Pika.
But for now, back to the Jackalope. A couple more fun facts about the Douglas, Wyoming, and Jackalopes. They have a 8-foot tall Jackalope statue.
I saw the photo of like a kid getting a picture taken on it.
I think that one's in North Dakota.
Gotcha.
On the Wikipedia site. Do you know that there's actually cases of jackalopes that are real and you can see online?
I do now.
Of real jackalopes?
Kind of.
Yeah, there it is.
Real enough.
Close enough.
Have you ever heard of Shope's papillomavirus?
Fucking what?
Or have you ever heard of human papillomavirus?
I've heard of that, yeah.
It's that, but in rabbits, pretty much. From my little understanding of diseases, do not do any medical knowledge from this podcast.
Good call. Good call.
As a quick PSA.
I am looking it up right now because I'm curious.
The images are disturbing if you Google Shope papilloma.
Oh God.
Too late.
Oh, what is wrong with that rabbit?
It's got the virus, in which the virus causes external growth of like the creatine. Is that what your nails and hair is made of?
No, I think it's
Keratin.
biotin. Or biotin's the thing that makes it. It might be creatine.
Or keratin.
Keratin.
Keratin. It's external growths of keratin across a rabbit's face and head, making it look like it has horns sometimes or antlers.
Keratinus carcinomus, which is essentially like cancer of the keratin.
Yep.
That's wild.
And thanks to these rabbits that had these, a Dr. Shope was able to study it.
Mhm.
And at the time, they didn't think cancer cells spread via virus. And these rabbits helped confirm that they did.
Wow.
So the jackalope inadvertently, because he heard the stories of the jackalope, and mail ordered some of these rabbits in to his office to study. And what he found out is when he rubbed the cells from one rabbit onto another, it transferred, and the other rabbit started to grow these protrusions where he rubbed it.
Jesus.
So he was just spreading rabbit cancer everywhere.
In a lab.
That dude, yeah, in a controlled environment. It's kind of the way like we test things on animals in a controlled environment for the benefit of us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's a pretty big discovery. Like,
Yeah. Which it led to actually, figuring out cancer is transferable. It's virus, which I think led to some developments in cervical cancer in helping out that.
dang.
Yeah, but this one little monster led to some great bounds in medical research.
Very cool.
The jackalope cures cancer.
Close. In a way.
Jackalope is cancer?
Jackalope is / cures.
Yeah.
One small step for man, one jackalope leap for cancer kind.
Well,
We're going to talk about jackalopes and media next.
that is a good idea. To media.
Ba-da-da-da.
So, where do you guys know jackalopes from?
Well, the obvious one is Scooby-Doo.
Fucking what?
Yeah, jackalopes are in Scooby-Doo. That's media.
What are you talking about?
This is the mind of monDe, who remembers the littlest details about 20 years ago.
I have to see this now.
Yeah, it's the alien invasion movie.
There's jackalopes in that movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
pretty sure.
No.
That's what Shaggy's girlfriend was originally claimed. She was out there taking pictures of jackalopes.
No way.
Yeah,
Holy shit. How did I not remember that?
because it's a movie that's 20 years old.
Listen,
I'm older than both you.
I also think it's 100% older than that movie. I'm pulling this up. Yeah, it's 24 years old.
Okay.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't remember that. That's crazy.
Some newer media it's in.
Oh, newer media?
Yu-Gi-Oh! My immediate thought, is there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Set with it. The danger cards.
Flashback, those were also brought up in the Bigfoot episode.
Yeah, and they'll be brought up again when we do the other episodes.
It was brought up in another episode too, because it's a mythical monster archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's very hard to get a hold of because everybody wants it.
It's because they're amazing.
They are.
One, the art is really cool. I'm just looking at the art, but the effects of them are really good too.
They're broken.
Yes, you could say that, yes.
Jackalopes are also in Digimon.
What?
What's the Digimon called?
Jackalope?
I wouldn't put it past Digimon to just name it that.
I was going to say, that's got to be close.
No, it's named after its P word. Pyotomon.
Piontomon.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. I didn't know that. Very dope.
Look at me bringing information to the table. Boom.
Good on you. Does it have any evolutions? No. It's literally just that Digimon. It doesn't evolve into nothing.
Well, they all evolve into something. They're all just data.
No.
It just might turn into Angel. Another place they're found in is Red Dead Redemption.
Hmm.
There's a little like a hunting expansion you can get, and if you shoot a jackalope, you get a special outfit.
I think they're also in, if I remember right, in Legend of Zelda. I think it's both of them, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where they're like the like spiritual world monsters.
Mhm.
So if you see them, they immediately run away, which is that's what they do. But if you can, if you shoot it with an arrow, it like drops rupees, which is like the money.
Huh.
But like, you can't catch it or anything. But it'll just like run into the hillside and like ethereally disappear. It's like running like the link between the spirit world.
I was gonna say there's a Pixar movie Pixar short called Bounded.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Jackalopes are pretty popular in writing as well. There has been like about 57 written works about them or so from what I've seen on the wiki page.
Wow.
And I know there's kids' books of them. It's a very popular American cryptid. And you can still go buy them. Well, they're stuffed versions.
Fair.
They're dead bodies.
Yeah, I think it helps that it's like it's an American one. The same way like Mothman is so popular here and
Mhm.
Bigfoot and everything like that.
On to mayhem, even though we've been pretty mayhemy this whole episode.
A little bit.
What would they be like in college? Because they're maybe choir because they sing.
Fair. Choir band nerd that's never around. And then also because of the stuff with whiskey, when they do go out and party, it is crazy. They're the ones that are like they're out at the bars at 4 a.m. They're jumping over cars, like shit like that.
You can never find them during lightning storms.
Not a one.
Nope.
You can hear them, which is the problem.
Yeah.
There's a sock on every door in the Jackrabbit dorm.
Jackalope dorm, no one wears socks. They're only for the door.
I was going to say, how would you guys cook a jackalope?
Ooh.
I don't think monDe knows how to cook.
For sure a stew. It would be exactly like rabbit. Yeah.
There is a theory that's been claimed about how jackalopes taste like. I forgot to mention this. You say stew?
Yeah.
Okay. monDe, you have a... Yeah, I know you don't cook. You just eat chocolate milk and candy.
Eat chocolate milk.
Yep. That you gotta get them gains.
Why did I picture frozen chocolate milk and monDe just
As thick as this chocolate milk is, it's eating chocolate milk.
No, that's a real thing though there, Super Mage. Somebody froze my chocolate milk one day at the factory. They stuck it in the freezer on me. So
That's
I literally
funny.
had to cut the bottom off of the little pint thing I had and then eat it like a damn slushy snow cone milk thing.
That's funny.
But I think you just maybe, I don't know, throw the jackalope in the air fryer for a little bit and walk away.
You're just making nuggets.
Yeah.
Just jackalope nuggets.
Make them little lopey nuggets.
Okay. Would your guys' answer still be the same after I tell you jackalopes taste like lobster?
Oh, I'm not doing a stew. I'm doing like jackalope mac and cheese or something like that.
Maybe boil it for a little bit and then throw some saltine crackers in there.
Fair.
Be different. I'd say probably hamburgers.
Yeah, like a po' boy almost.
Oh, mix in some hamburger helper,
Bunny burgers.
cheeseburger, jackalope.
Helper.
God, now I'm hungry.
Now I want him for
Silver
your
Silver is
helper.
10:30 at night. I am right on my calorie count for the day. You cannot do this.
You said your workout took longer. You deserve a little cheat day.
God.
That's what the milkshake was for.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna work out, and someone was like, "Oh, we're getting Cold Stone." And I was like, "Fuck."
Would you guys choose to go hunting jackalope if you could?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like hunting rabbits.
I like the thrill of the little stabby stabs.
The
Which was
thrill
why
of the stabby stabs. No.
If you want that, just go hunt boar in the south.
Yeah.
No, that's molly malls. I'm not about the molly malls.
Well, you're also trying to hit a target that can run 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it come to me.
I feel like I'm gonna hunt jackalope the same way you would hunt deer, like in the tree stand, off the ground. You wait on it to stop.
You just hear this boom. Oh, it's here.
You're out in the middle of a desert. The only thing you can climb is a cactus.
That's why you build tree stands. Duh. I guess it'd be like a rock stand, but still.
Fall asleep and just land on the cactus.
Yeah.
Wonder what the jump height and length would be of a jackalope.
What's the D&D thing? What's their
That's what
how
I was
you
thinking
calculate
of.
it in D&D?
I was gonna say, what's the standard jump thing for a rabbit? I'd say just the jackalopes and then double it.
You leap in the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
So it sounds like if you're a barbarian rabbit, you're gonna be able to jump pretty far.
So I'm gonna say if it can run 90, its speed is probably like 60 at least, right?
Probably in a base, like an average.
Yeah.
Max speed 90, average of 60.
Mm-hmm. So then its strength modifier is going to be like +6. So I'm gonna say it's at least, you're talking, gosh, at least 15, 20 feet.
That'd be where my estimate would be as well.
Yeah, because if it's getting a run and jump start kind of thing.
Yeah, I looked up the estimated or average jump height of a jackrabbit. 4 to 6 feet.
Dang. Well, I mean, even when you watch like normal rabbits run, how they can like jump side to side, that's still pretty, like that's 3-4 feet typically they jump.
And some antelopes can jump 10 feet, so.
That's all that. monDe, what were you saying?
I think these things would be pretty mayhemy if there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
If people did go out there and start hunting them, just start, oh, breaking news, this person died today, gored by a jackalope.
I forget who said it earlier, but like the idea of a thing running at you 90 miles an hour and it's pointing knives at you. You done.
It's all about the stabby stab.
Yeah. Can you imagine like a bullet even going 90 miles an hour and hitting you is still gonna break the skin.
It reminds me of the matadors. You know, the bulls chasing you with their horns down.
Yep.
Except these guys are smaller and faster.
What's that event called?
The running of the bulls?
Yeah. Instead of running to the bulls, we'd have running to the jackrabbits. Yeah, jackalopes.
Can you imagine, like, you just have a bunch of guys who just no longer have ankles or Achilles tendons? Because it's just a bunch of jackalopes that have just gored their feet.
I imagine the sports industry will come up with some cast iron like plates to put in your pants. That's like some Goku level strength training.
Yeah. I saw there was like they used to wear, it was rumored that cowboys would wear stovepiping when hunting them. They put like stovepipes over their legs.
That's what I was calling cast iron pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you imagine if some things were charging you and it jumped? Your legs wouldn't be the thing in danger. That'd be the ultimate tag.
So, because I'm now on an Avatar kick, because of, spoiler alert, what's going to happen soon, what bending would they do? What would be their, like, associated...
Earth.
Is it Earth?
I
think it's air.
What?
I said air. Because of the jump.
I mean, it's possible.
Because it's essentially they can jump and, like, hover on wind almost.
I was thinking of Earth because of Toffs, when she pounds her foot down, just pushes forward.
That's fair.
Mm.
I think it's either or.
And Earths are a lot of stompy.
Yeah, Earth is very stompy. That's right. I think that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Different varieties.
Yeah, I think that if there was a herd of these things running through a city, there'd be a lot of owls.
At least a few casualties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody under the age of 3?
Oh, gone.
Instagon. Anyone
I think they
under
could
the-
even like kick someone under the age of 3 and kill them.
I was gonna go on the line of anybody under 5 foot.
Fair.
Like 5. Gotta think about them little people.
There goes Ruby.
Yeah, well, that'll be fine.
Yeah, big groups, major issue. They're not invulnerable or immortal like the Volpentinger is.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kill them.
When I think standard life of a rabbit too.
Which ain't very long.
No. 10 years maybe, max.
Yeah. If you kill a lot of them off fast, as long as they're nowhere near lightning storms, they shouldn't reproduce that fast.
You know what I thought
what
about
I was just thinking.
as we were thinking about lightning storms? Wyoming and like desert areas like that too have like heat lightning, like we have here.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably like why the area is so packed with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Or packed with them.
No one could see your air quotes as this is an audio platform.
I did
wondered
air
if he's
quotes.
gonna say it.
for our blind listeners.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No, they're very cool. I would love to taste jackalope mac and cheese.
Ooh, you can even make it with jackalope milk.
Yeah, you could.
Get that medicinal.
What does the milk taste like?
It doesn't say, but if you go to Douglas, Wyoming, you can go buy some.
Do you know what I think it tastes like?
Snake oil.
Cherries.
I think it tastes like cinnamon whiskey.
Oh, that's good because they drink
Yeah.
so much.
I mean, it's almost like Tres de Leches.
Put that on your Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We'll
have to make ice cream out of that.
It also has like 3% alcohol in it.
It doesn't all get processed in the jackalope's body.
No, some of it's got to be in there. It's not enough to like get you drunk or anything, but it's enough to wake you up.
It's enough for the baby jackalopes.
That's how they get started on their kick.
We here at Triple M do not condone childhood drinking.
Do not feed children under the age of 21 jackalope milk. Supposedly.
Supposedly. Maybe.
Please consort your local physician.
Consort?
Was that the right word?
No.
Please talk to your local physician.
There you
That's
go.
better. Little jackalope whiskey on the gums for teething.
Thank God we got to the episode because words are just kicking Silver's ass today.
That they are.
That's like the fourth time we're like, I've known what you were trying to say, but it's just a different word. Which is great to be on this end of that every now and then.
It's like
Because
being
normally that's
texted.
me.
I think I said consort because I was watching the Apothecary Diary and they got consorts in there.
Huh.
Oh, I love it.
Because Mao, who is the lead in Apothecary Diaries, grew up in a brothel and got sold as into the king's area for all his wives.
Is that what consort means? Consort is, a wife, husband, or companion. In particular, the spouse of a reigning monarch.
Yeah. So your local physician might be a consort,
Maybe.
depending on your area. We're going to thank our Patreon members of Nuggies and Rubies, then the two who are here, which are monDe and Mage. And I have no news. Kaotic is still working on the 3rd episode of In Case of Monsters Break Glass, should be coming for our patrons. And Super Mage had information.
We're going to be, you'll see this eventually, but we're going to be starting a campaign with the 3 of us, and then also including Kaotic and Bird. We're going to be doing the Avatar Legends TTRPG game. I'll actually give Silver a chance to play a game for once in his life. So that'll be coming soon. So keep an eye out for that.
That'll probably get posted on the Mythic Gates podcast, our other D&D related podcast show. Actually, our other TTRPG related.
There you go.
Because we're playing everything but D&D so far.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Facts.
Which we are still planning to come back out with some more Mythic Gates with R and Rowan, which is who these guys play.
It was because Arson decided he was going to destroy his computer, so not our fault.
Yeah, my computer decided to go on the fritz, but hopefully it stays working. It's been getting better.
Anyways, with that, I guess we'll roll the outro, which you guys will hear Kaotic, and go.
Thank you for listening to the Monsters, Myths, and Mayhem podcast. Silver and Kaotic take you into the depth of the lore and discuss how these legends could affect modern-day society. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or almost any podcast service easiest to you. Dive into the depths of chaos with us every Wednesday, bar Silver and Kaotic not missing their scheduling, and consider joining the podcast Discord or Twitter following even more insider looks and even some D&D sessions. If you'd like some extra special inside looks or even want to be a guest on the show, consider helping us via Patreon. Your help makes such a big difference to us both. Until next time, Mythics, you never know what kind of mayhem we might get into.
But for now, back to the Jackrabbit. To the Jackalope.
Apollo.
Back to the Jackalope.
You just jacked that up.
Bye.
Hey, they won't know that because I edit.
That whole, he was going to leave that in as like a commercial now. Gone.
Yeah.
That whole part is gone.